Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Macy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Macy's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give her while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Macy's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Macy is seated on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they'll demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. And Fred and Macy take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Macy heel, and then you just start walking and she'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. We've also gone ahead and incorporated our automatic sit into this, so anytime Fred stops his feet, as he just did, Macy will sit. Now it's important when you're heeling Macy that she walks nicely at your pace on your left-hand side without trying to pull ahead of you or lag behind. If she does attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, say no, give a tug and let go correction to the training collar, repeat the command to heel, and then start walking again. Now the next command they'll demonstrate is our stay command, which is a hand and voice command. Fred uses the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Macy's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash. Now this is a great exercise to build up self-control in Macy. You can start practicing this one at about a minute's time and work your way up in increments until you get to about 3 minutes. Now, as Fred returns back to Macy, he walks all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Macy holds that sit-stay throughout. Fred gave her a little praise and then heeled her right out of it. And now he'll show you a little more of the heel sit and stay. There's that automatic sit when he stops his feet. And right in front and the word stay. Out to the end of the leash. And this time he'll give her a second to hold this position, and then he'll demonstrate our come or recall command instead of returning back to Macy. Calls her in using her name. She gets right up and comes into him, sits in front, and then we have a move called the finish. Fred's going to heel her right around the back of him and gets her right back to that proper left-hand side heel position. Now he's going to demonstrate it one more time for you. Have her in a sit, give her a stay, out to the end of the leash. Give her a second to hold it.
Macy, come.
And then he calls her in using her name. She gets right up, comes into Fred, sits in front. And then the finish one more time, right around the back, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. Alright, it's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Macy about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with her. Next up is going to be our down commands. The first one will be down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives her a stay, walks back out to the end of that leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control. You can start this one at about 3 minutes time and work your way up in increments until you get to about 5 minutes. Now as Fred returns back to Macy, he's going to walk all the way around her, just as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. She holds that down stay throughout, and he gives her some praise and heels her right out of it. He'll show you that down again when they come back around. Now you see Macy's doing very well, but it's always important to follow through with your commands, so if you give her a command and she does not respond, or she breaks a stay, the first word out of your mouth is always going to be no, followed by a tug and let go correction. And then you're going to repeat the command you gave her. Now there, Fred showed you the down one more time. Hand straight to the ground, one-word command to down, then a stay, and out to the end of the training leash. This time he gives her a second to hold it, and he'll demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down position.
Macy, come.
Calls her in using her name. She gets her right up and comes into him, sits in front. And then the finish one more time, he heels her right around the back of him and gets her right back to that left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. right, we'll give them a second to get lined up for our final obedience command, which is down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to have her in a sit, give her a stay, out to the end of the leash. Now, this is the only time we use our right hands to give the command, and Fred will drop her into a down from the end of the training leash. He then returns back to her once again. He walks all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position.
Macy, heel.
All right, we've demonstrated for you our basic obedience commands that we've been working on with Macy while she's been here. It's been a pleasure working with Macy, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.